it's an interesting response because I think it also depends on, I guess, the girl's standards. Because I do agree that there's probably, you know, quite a few guys that are options for us to date, but, you know,
very limited.
Yeah, if you're after sort of a certain, you know, I guess standard, to put it nicely, you know, professional, has, you know, they're a stable job, you know, a nice car, potentially doesn't have, you know, a baby mama, that kind of no, and these are things to consider, and if, you know, that definitely does then cull the options available. I think that's something that we all need to bear in mind.
Because I add into what you just said, Grace, for me personally, because I'm in a relationship with a guy who does have kids, and for me, I've never had a problem with anybody that does have children, because I think most men get to a certain
like children,
age where they're like oops baby or oops incidents. It's part of our culture where we are right now. These things happen, and I never saw it as a problem. But the only thing is at times the previous partners now use the children as a reason to keep the man hostage, so he's not dating other people, and then they try to invade your relationship with him because they feel like you're stealing their man from them when they one wasn't really theirs to begin with. So I think there's a lot of competition between women ourselves before it even goes to the men.
Yeah, I think to stand up for the baby mamas, I think it's tough on them too.
It is. But
because
then,
to be honest, having a baby, you know, it's more tougher on the women generally. I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and to sort of to add a caveat, I wasn't necessarily having, you know, saying anything against baby mamas. Like I said, it happened. No, I completely agree with you.
No, you already said it.
Was, when a girl is looking for a potential partner, for some girls, it is important that the, you know, the father not have, or the guy not have other children. So that's all I was saying. Baby mamas, single moms, respect.
It's a fair point, because I don't think a woman wants to get married to someone and in their home there's another woman disturbing.
Yeah, definitely. Trying
to use the child, you know, just to get to the man. Yeah. You know, so it's very important for women to consider that as well. And it's important for us men. If I want to get married and there's a woman who has a child with another man, I want to know about the relationship with the man as well, you know, before I can get myself involved in it, because you're not just marrying that woman, you're also getting her children. Exactly. So that's a very
like for me, because right now I'm in that situation at the moment, so it's a big thing for my partner and I. Before we decided to go to the next stage of our relationship, we had that conversation. I'm like, what role does this ex or this baby mama play in your life? And with his situation was very different and very restrained, because him and the woman didn't have a relationship. It was just a once-off thing, and then the pregnancy came out of it, so there was no relationship.
And that's the same thing with me as well. I use that as an example. I had my son over with me who lived for a year, and what I knew, or I still know, is that the woman that I'm going to marry, she must love my son as well, and at the same time she must understand what happened between me and the boy's mom as well. You know? If there was a strong attachment, then that's a different story. But the same, like the example that you were giving, there was nothing serious, you know, so there's no attachment, no memories and all that. So, and it's something that you must discuss it with the person you want to get married to.
But then do you realize that your child's mother might, in her head, might still have like some withheld feelings or towards you?
But that's the thing that she needs to control. That's none of my business. No. At the end of the day, as a man, but as a man, you need to know where you stand. Yeah. You know, as a man, you need to know that what happened in the past, it's gone. Now this is why you stand. This is why you want to move it.
But one thing we cannot like fail to recognize is the fact that that person is still going to be in that child's life forever. Exactly. So we need to find a medium whereby that person's you know, views are still reflected within how the child is raised and things like that.
And so, because they're still, the mother or the father of the child, you can't ignore that.
For sure.
Yeah. Steve, do you want to add anything?
Nothing much. But no, I think it is a situation, it is complicated, you know, whatever involves another person in a relationship, like a third person, it's always complicated. But it's about, you know, like how do you deal with it? I think that's the most important thing. Do you eventually, when we grow up as people, we tend to be accepting of certain things. Somewhere in your 30s and stuff, you tend to have a different view of relationship and accept certain things, whether be a baby mama drama, so but it's always how do you, So take for example, I think women in their 20s or teenage like 18, 20 who go for looks, and then in the 30s, character. So it changes with age, but whatever the case may be, it's about can you be responsible in how you deal with that respected person, communicate across the board, and it doesn't serve as a problem.
As a woman or as a man, you have your own checklist. All right. Some people, they talk about it openly. Some people, they just keep it inside. You look at a woman, you have your own checklist. Is she like that? Is she like that? And then if she ticks all the boxes, then she's the one. If she doesn't, then you work it out. So yes, baby mama or baby daddy, whatever you call it, it's one factor. All right, but I think it's important we get back to
so the checklist. I reckon the older you grow, the more things come off the checklist.
Exactly, that's true. That's very true.
I think that's a fact.
Yeah, that's very true.
But I think it actually is a good segue to something that was mentioned, I think, in the guys' video about African girls having unrealistic expectations about dating guys. Do you is that your experience as guys that us girls kind of come into it having really unreasonable expectations of you?
It's true.
Or of guys.
Some girls, it's actually they're their own barrier to finding a man. Some girls they have this expectation that they can't even meet it themselves. They're looking for things in a person while they actually like some of those things as well. Okay. So and again,
he's ready to go in.
Let's go.
He's ready.
I'll let someone else go. I'll let someone else. I'll let someone else go for now. I'll let someone else go for now. I'll reserve it.
Now that's can I go?
Yeah.
I think
Mamus is the one running the show.
I think sometimes it is. Yeah, some girls do, and I think some guys do as well. But to me, it's sort of lack of understanding of our realities as Africans. Say for example, we are in a small community. We have come from different cultural backgrounds, professional backgrounds. Some of us have come to Australia as humanitarian refugees. So obviously we have come from difficult backgrounds. Or say someone like Grace and other people have come as skilled migrants, or their parents have come as skilled migrants, more affluent background. Okay, so and then with our demographic in a way, I think the chances are limited in terms of numbers. So then, at one point, this expectation might not be unrealistic, but then because of our reality in terms of the numbers and the context we found ourselves in, makes it unrealistic. Because you are looking for guys that maybe you cannot find really.
Because the pool already is
so it's more sometimes about the pool. And so if we look at it more broadly, we see that say you want a guy who is a doctor or a PhD or this, that how many young guys have that? How many black young guys have that? So that could be a challenge in itself. Not that it's unrealistic, but it's a challenge.